MARC CASADO
einen
is
enormen Schritt gemacht in diesen
making great strides these weeks.
und Monaten seit wir hier sind. Und,
Since months, since we've been here,
er bringt in jedem Spiel, wie ich,
He
herausragende
brings
Leistung. Und
a great quality of a level of
ihn extra zu
playing.
motivieren das muss nicht sein, weil
I don't
er
need
einfach
to
ist,
motivate him.
Er ist
It's already within him.
wissbegierig, er will immer genau
He's very
wissen, was zu tun ist, wo es
Interested
verbessern kann.
in how he can improve, what he has to do, what I expect from him, and
muss schon sagen,
I love that about
er
him.
macht das auf dem Platz sehr gut.
He does executes the game very well out in the field.
Marc Casado, the new Barcelona sensation that has everybody talking. So far this season, he has played 15 games with which he has started in all of those games. He has been absolutely sensational, from contributing defensively to providing amazing support when Barca is on the offensive. He attributes this to the confidence that Hansi Flick has showed him. His exceptional performances has even made some Barca supporters forget about the likes of Frankie de Jong, Fermin Lopez, Gavi, and Marc Bernal. Well, you've heard it for yourself. His recovery rate, tackles, and assists are just absurd, including this crazy assist to Rafinha in the Champions League against Bayern. Game after game, he just keeps improving. But with all the praises he is getting, would you be surprised if I told you he wasn't the one? Let me explain. After the end of the 2023 to 2024 season under Xavi, it was very evident that Barcelona needed a central midfielder after the departure of Sergio Busquets in the season prior. Barcelona had to be careful, since players with high prospects like Oriol Romeu couldn't meet their expectations. Names like Martin Zubimendi, who was a personal favorite of Xavi, and Kimmich were always a topic of discussion. After the arrival of Hansi Flick, the idea was to bring Kimmich in. But due to the club's financial situation, Hansi Flick decided to try Marc Casado and Marc Bernal in preseason to see if they could play at the highest level. Well, you know what happened. For those who don't, Marc Casado wasn't the preferred choice. Yes, at the start of the season, it was a player named Marc Bernal who surprised us all. Without a doubt, his performances reminded us of the midfield maestro, Sergio Busquets. His ball retention, passing, and ball recovery rate was just out of this world. For a second, all Barca fans were filled with joy and delight. But all too soon, the unfortunate happened. During the game against Rayo Vallecano, Bernal went down with an injury, and it was later discovered that it was ACL. The hopes and dreams of Barcelona fans were shuttered. We all thought it was over until this happened. There was another La Masia gem who was ready to take the world by storm. His name is Marc Casado.
It's a lot easier for us to play alongside professionals like Pedri and other world-class players. It makes our job a lot easier.
This might get me in trouble, but did the injury of Marc Bernal and the club's failure to get players like Zubimendi and Kimmich serve as a blessing in disguise to this guy? The way he keeps maturing game after game is just mind-blowing. Seeing him now, you can tell how much the arrival of Hansi Flick has impacted his game. He even confirmed this in an interview where he said, "I don't know. In the summer, I was talking to the club, and everything became clear when Hansi Flick signed. The club told me that Flick had watched my games, trusted me, and wanted me in his team." Hansi Flick really deserves credit for how he's developed the boys. At the beginning of the season, you could tell that he was lacking confidence, but with the confidence that Hansi Flick has given to him, you can tell that he has really grown in confidence. His ball recovery, passes, and assists are just fantastic. Just look at his sumptuous assist to Rafinha to score against Espanyol. This is just unbelievable. But why didn't we see this with Xavi? With Xavi, Marc Casado didn't get much playing time, as Xavi didn't really trust him. He said this in an interview, "With Xavi, I didn't have many opportunities, but that helped me become mentally stronger. Sometimes I thought I could play, but I didn't. Despite that, I am very grateful to Xavi. He was the coach who gave me my first team debut." Well, you know what they say. If something doesn't break you, it's only going to make you stronger. With Xavi's system, the build-up was very slow, which really affected the creativity of players like Pedri and Lewandowski. But with Hansi Flick, the ball is moved forward much quicker, which makes this style super perfect for Casado. One of his greatest strengths is giving defense-splitting passes like this one, and this one. His pass to Rafinha in this game indeed says it all. What a pass. Indeed, football is all about coaching. But how did he start? MARC CASADO was born in Sant-Pere de Vilamajor, Barcelona, Catalonia. CASADO is a youth product of Vilamajor, Sant Celoni, Granollers and Dam. He moved to Barcelona's youth academy at the age of 13 in 2016. He was the captain of the Juvenil A team where he helped them win the league and Copa de Campeones in the 2021 season. He got promoted to Barcelona's second team Barça Athletic on the 5th of July 2022 and made his debut a month later in a 3-2 win against Castellón. His passion and love for the game saw him become a leader in the team and later became the team's captain in the 2023-2024 season. His leadership qualities got admiration from both his teammates and the coaching staff. You could tell from an early stage that he is a very passionate person. His coach at Barça Athletic, Rafa Marquez, had this to say about him. CASADO is very competitive, and from the first moment Flick saw him, he decided to keep him. Flick deserves credit for choosing him and having the courage to give these young players a chance. MARC CASADO himself has attributed his great performances to the help he received from Rafa Marquez. He said, "Rafa Marquez made me a better person and a better player. I will always be grateful to him." His great performances saw him get his first senior debut under Xavi against Victoria Plzen in the Champions League, which was a dream come true for him. His current performance with Barcelona has seen him get his first senior team call-up with the Spanish team. He is definitely an example of the fact that hard work always pays off. Here is what he said in an interview. "Until you see it, you don't believe it. I watched the video, skipped to the end to see the names directly, and was thrilled to see mine there. It's a reward for all the work so far. And now the important thing is to make the most of the opportunity and really enjoy it." The Spanish national team coach, Luis de la Fuente, had this to say about him after their 3-2 win against Switzerland. "CASADO played a game and a half with us. He plays like an experienced player. I can't stop being amazed by the confidence, calmness, and control he plays with." MARC CASADO has now become an undisputed starter for Hansi Flick. It even feels like players like Frankie de Jong and Eric Garcia would struggle to get some minutes under Hansi Flick now. Comparing his current form to players like Zubimendi and Kimmich, would you exchange him for any of these two? I'm sure Barcelona fans would be super delighted that some of these deals did not happen. When you look at his game against Bayern, he was virtually everywhere on the pitch. He had an assist, 88% passing accuracy, and a 7.1 rating. This was a great game by all standards. And look at his assist against Real Madrid. OMG, what a pass that was. Comparing his stats to Zubimendi and Kimmich, I'd choose MARC CASADO on any day. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal seems to be getting all the praises this season, but MARC CASADO for me has been a standout this season. He's not the quickest nor the fastest, but his football IQ is out of this world. His ball recovery, vertical passes, and ball retention is out of this world. I know it's early days yet, but if he continues like this, I can confidently say that he is a contender to win Barcelona Player of the Year. There was frustration when Barcelona missed out on Zubimendi and Kimmich, but it's all proving to be a blessing in disguise for Barcelona. Another person who has also been a revelation this season for Barcelona is Rafinha. He has been super instrumental for Barcelona this season. Check out this video of how Rafinha is taking the football world by storm.